I haven't done this
10
yet,
seconds.
so. But I'll be good. Thank you, Chris.
And that was the Rolling Stones with Ruby Tuesday. But it's not Tuesday, it's Monday. So good morning, Chris Higgins in the studio. And it is time for our Community Spotlight program. Hope everyone listening and watching on our KRIM radio live stream had a wonderful weekend. Time to get back to it. It is fall break though, so all the kiddos will be out and about. And I know also some people out of town enjoying the week off from school. So this morning we are going to be talking about Arizona Work and what Arizona Work is, everything the program offers. And in the studio to tell us more about that is Lori Wiechmann. Wiechmann. Good morning, Lori.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for having me today. We have so much to share, so I appreciate you letting us come on here and tell you all about Arizona at Work. So
Arizona at Work.
It is. So we have a team of business service reps that are covering the northeastern Arizona Arizona at Work program.
Okay.
I am serving now Gila County and part of Navajo. I'm just got assigned to Overgard and Heber.
Wow.
So I'm getting ready to connect with them. It's a big beat.
Yeah.
We have another service rep that we just got back on. We were all state workers with Arizona at Work, working in employment services years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we built a new team through Navajo County.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're all working under Navajo County. During the pandemic and stuff, business services kind of fell off. There wasn't anybody really doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's still a few people in Maricopa that are working for the state doing business services,
Okay.
which means that they're delivering services to businesses out there, helping them with recruitment services, partners, services and programs and things like that. So I'm gonna explain all of that stuff.
Okay.
But I pulled up, kind of made a slideshow just for myself, and I did come up with the first slide to be what is Arizona at Work. So
Okay.
I think that's a good thing because people don't really understand maybe what it is. We do have the jobs office over there by Bashes, between Bashes and Big Five, and of course they're there to help all those participants coming in with their resume, applying for jobs, connecting with all those businesses that I'm out there trying to figure out who has jobs. So anyway, Arizona at Work is a workforce development program. So it is a network of organizations and services designed to connect job seekers with jobs.
Okay.
So Arizona at Work is Arizona's workforce development program. So there's 12 workforce boards across the state. We're covering the Northeastern Local Workforce Board, which serves Gila, Navajo, and Apache counties. So we cover like all the northern, the whole Copper Corridor, like we have a lot of area that we cover.
Wow.
And all those little places in between, like Young and Roosevelt, and all those little towns in between for me. I've been down at Tono Basin, and there's a lot of in between little rural communities that we want to connect with. So anyway, the Northeastern Arizona Workforce Board provides guidance and oversight to the board staff team. So all of us, we have monthly or quarterly meetings. I'm just kind of getting started with the Workforce Board, and we're actually looking for 2 more members to join. So anybody out there that might have a business, it could be an organization leader that might bring something to the table for workforce. So we do have 2 chairs open for the Workforce Development Board. So I will be inviting businesses as I engage with them to join. So, but if there's anybody out there that's interested. So the board staff team administers funds and policies, and we engage businesses and provide guidance and oversight to the job center. So that's what the Arizona at Work, as a whole does. We're all underneath this Arizona at Work blanket, and there's a lot of programs and partners under Arizona at Work. So, as I said, we have this new business service team. I'm handling Gila County. I've been in Gila County for 26 years. So I've been in Payson here, but I'm getting to know Globe and going back and forth, and I don't even need my phone much anymore when I'm there. I can just drive through and kind of find places. But we are really wanting to connect with businesses and get our services out to them because we have money with the workforce and with Arizona at Work. So we offer recruiting services, taking care of all those workforce needs for businesses at no cost to them. So we're going to go out there and engage with businesses and figure out what their workforce needs are. I'm going to connect them with the with our website, which is azjobconnection.gov. It's the website that's in all of our jobs offices. So we're going to get their jobs posted on there for free. We're going to offer them hiring events if they need workers. We can do that at our jobs office, at their place of business, at the chamber. We could do it anywhere that might work for them.
Okay.
So, and that's all this stuff is free. We have programs, you know, that I'm going to talk about that we can refer businesses to keep them successful, to help them retain staff and things like that through one of our programs. But we work with schools, you know, and those hiring events, we're setting up hiring events for businesses specifically just for them, or we can connect them with job fairs, like at the college and career fair that we're having, you know, every spring at the high school.
Okay.
We have sometimes business, you know, we have the business showcase that I haven't really gotten involved in yet, so I need to get some connections with that. Since this is brand new, I've only been doing this for about 4 months. But we are connecting with all of those partners, programs, to share those programs with all of those businesses out there, including apprenticeship and stuff like that. So we do have a layoff aversion. I want to just talk about really quick that. So if there's any businesses out there experiencing layoffs, or maybe they're just downsizing because they can't afford you, or maybe they just need to upskill their staff, or they just can't find that staff, so they're kind of cutting back. We can promote those businesses, have those hiring events. You know, we have direct connections with the chambers, so we can post things on the marquee. We love Miranda and, you know, the staff over there. So we're going to connect with those businesses out there, post their jobs on our website, so the workers that come into the jobs offices will see those jobs on our website as soon as they come in. The workforce specialists over there get a list from me like every week, so they know what new jobs are on there. But we're searching on our website usually by location, so they're seeing all those jobs. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting all these jobs in our system for all these businesses that need workers that I'm connecting with, so the jobs office has plenty of jobs for these workers coming in.
And just want to say, Emily Bryce watching on our
hi, Emily.
live stream, and she said, we love Lori. She helps the Pace and Warming Center so much, and also she has employed so many people.
That is
thank
so
you.
nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice, Emily. Well, Emily's done more than anybody I know, or some, you know, top of that list.
Oh, yes.
And she's, her and Skylar are amazing over there. They have a great staff, and so that was really nice, Emily.
Yes.
We connect with all of these agencies. We want to connect everybody. You know, I worked at the jobs office for 6.5 years. So when we had somebody come in more recently, since the warming center was open, if somebody came in for day labor, or we just wanted to connect with some workers, I would always call over there, because we know that people want to work, they just maybe aren't given a chance, you know.
They don't have that
homelessness
connection.
is hard.
Yeah, and you're the connection.
And we're the connection. We're here to help them overcome those barriers. That's what the jobs office is going to do.
Okay.
So I'm with the businesses trying to find what their needs are, so we can hook them up with the jobs office, get those workers to them, get these programs to them that we have. So we're going to enroll the businesses on our website. The only thing we need to enroll those businesses is a federal tax ID number.
Okay.
So that's it. That just proves they're a real business. It takes about 5 minutes for me to do it. I could do it over the phone. We could even do it virtually, or I could do it in person with them. And then I like to kind of show them how to post jobs if they want to. We want to encourage them to manage their own account, because then I can go off and help more people.
Yeah.
But we're here to help them get those jobs posted, find those workers if we can. We're posting jobs for everybody, for the schools, for the hospitals, the county, the cities, all the mines. You know, I'm connecting with those right now in Globe. So we are working directly with the jobs offices, with all those staff over there. And so a shout out to our jobs offices that I work with, and all over the state. They're just pretty amazing what they do. So we have Pedro, which is our our employment supervisor that works Globe and Payson. And he takes care of a lot over there, helps us promote all of our events, and helps all those workers coming in. Patty and Allie are the employment counselors over there. We have Cassie and Anna and Globe that are the employment counselors. So as far as employment counselors go, we do give veterans priority service, so I want to talk about that a little bit too. Any veteran that comes into our office, it's not all DES departments, but for Arizona at Work, we're giving our veterans priority. They walk in, they get to the head of the line. If they have a disability, we have a disabled veteran outreach person that will help those veterans try to overcome those barriers that might be a disability or something to get work. We have a new local veteran employment rep, which is our lever. We have all these acronyms. I'm trying to leave those out of it because it does make things confusing. But our local veteran employment rep just started. I haven't even met her, so I need to go in and meet her. Her name is Rhonda, and she is at the jobs office now in Payson. And so we will have that direct connection for our veterans when they come in. We do have, if somebody were to come in and get a job, we have veteran toolkits that we have money for those veterans for supplies up to, I think it's $350.
Oh, wow.
And we can get on Amazon, even if they don't need tools, or I have like a list of stuff that's approved, and it's even like car repairs and things like that. But they look at the veteran, the vet rep works with them and decides what they might need, but we can get them supplies and things like that. But they are sitting down, just like those employment counselors, those local veteran employment reps are just like the employment counselors, sitting down with those veterans, looking at jobs, referring them to these employers, helping them with resumes, referring them to our partner programs, which we're going to talk about next. Looking at labor market information on our website. We have a lot of links on our website, which is that azjobconnection.gov.
Okay.
And that's our website that's in all of our state offices and the jobs offices. That's where we put workers and employers. We have events on there. There's a lot to look up for labor market information. We're going to get those workers ready for interviews, so we do interview preparation workshops, and we also have job skill workshops and resume workshops, but we're also helping those migrant seasonal farm workers. We are giving that priority of service to veterans and their spouses. Their spouses get priority if they're like 100% disabled. I have a disability rating, and but we're also at the employment service level. They do all those employment assessments for unemployment. They're helping those unemployment workers, and of course they're referring them to all of those programs that we have. So let me keep going. I have a lot of stuff about veterans, and I'm going to just skip because we know our veterans, as long as you are on active duty for 1 day, you're considered a veteran in our office. You can't be dishonorable. There's some, conditions, but just come in if you're a veteran. We want to help you. Let us know you're going to jump to the head of the line. Okay, so then our first partner that we refer to is our Title I, which is our education and employment. That is actually another worker that is in our office in Payson and Globe. We have Sarah in our office in Payson. She handles that training and employment, education, trying to find those grants for the youth between 16 and 24, dislocated workers and adults with barriers to employment. So they're helping them overcome barriers, career counseling them, referring them to their programs, which the first one I want to talk about is work experience, which is for youth. And that is the coolest program that's kind of come up recently. It is a program for youth that don't otherwise have any work experience, and it is for youth between 16 and 24 that come in, are workforce counselors, and they're called case managers with Title I. Sarah would work with that youth, try to figure out what they want to do. They're going to look at a list of employers that I'm trying to build that are willing to do a work experience program with this youth, and just to give them an idea if they want to go into that field. We have a lot of youth not doing anything. They're maybe just working online. They're, kind of everything's a little different than it used to be. So we want to get our youth engaged in these trades and real career pathways. So we have this work experience program that we just sign up employers if they're interested. They don't have to pay anything out of pocket. All it is that they have to cover workers' comp, and we are paying up to 320 hours of wages for training for that worker to gain this experience. So it's a win-win for everybody. The community and the businesses get to contribute to our youth and the future of our economy and our, the future of our amazing town, and getting our youth on board with working and keeping these trades alive. And so we're really, most of our businesses, when I engage them with our work experience program, they're really excited about it. We don't have a ton of youth sitting there waiting, but as they come in, the more options that they have, the more I think this program is going to take off. And it's really great. We are still out there trying to engage youth. We do have, we're starting to get out there to the high schools. Our Title I is just trying to find that youth that needs them. And they have so many, there's a lot of options for youth in high school and stuff. But we do have them at the college and career fair, at all of them that we have, and I have those at the end that I'm going to shout out what our events are that are coming up. But that work experience program is really cool. Any businesses out there that might be interested, like I said, there's no out-of-pocket, it's just workers' comp they have to cover, and we're paying the training, we're paying that workers' wages for that youth to gain experience. So it's just a no-brainer that we would want to jump on that. You have to be a W-2 employer. You can't be a 1099.
Okay.
Small businesses work, but you have to still be a W-2 employer.
W-2, okay.
Right. So then we have on-the-job training also, which is another program that is our first. It's a hire first program that where the employer enters in an agreement with Arizona at Work to hire, train, and retain that worker. So there has to be a job offer at the end of it. But we are reimbursing them for 50% of the training at the end of this scope of work. It just depends on the outline of that job description. And so it's based on the job description how many hours is part of this plan for this OJT, the on-the-job training for this worker that we've set over to you and for your business. So, but we are, after the hours are met, we're going to reimburse the 50% of the wages at the end of those hours, up to like 1,000 hours.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of money coming back to those businesses at the end. They gain a really great worker because they're being trained, and so it's something that our Title I workers, which is Sarah in our jobs office, that does that work experience program as well, and she's the one who can explain a little more in detail, but that's kind of an overview of our OJT also. That's a really cool program to make some money back on some of these workers. Maybe you want to just try them out. We do have federal bonding, so if we do have a worker that has some barriers that might be maybe ex-offenders or someone recovering from alcohol or drugs or some kind of had gone through some rehab, we have on this list for this federal bonding welfare recipients that might just have poor credit history or have declared bankruptcy, someone that's economically disadvantaged, that would be youth or adults that just lack a work history, or individuals that were dishonorably discharged from the military. So those people that might be harder to employ, and we have this federal bonding program that provides the employers $5,000 of bond insurance up to 6 months at no cost to them, and then they, for those at-risk job seekers, and then after 6 months they can buy additional bonding if that worker works out, So there's that too. We have a lot of cool programs with the state and with the county.
And I just want to point out the
Sure.
website. Again, and I've just been looking on the website here. Boy, there's Arizona at Work.
Yes.
.com, correct? And then,
Well, it's ArizonaAtWork.com is going to be one of the websites out there too, and I'm sure we're on Facebook. I know we're trying to get on Facebook.
Yep.
But azjobconnection.com is the website that we use in our state offices. It's owned by the Department of Labor. It's where they gather all those statistics so they can fund us at the job centers.
And that's where you are taken off of ArizonaAtWork.com when you're looking
job
at job
searching.
seeker services
Absolutely.
and search jobs.
You bet.
And then it takes you to that one, azjobconnection.gov.
Yep.
And a list of jobs, you put in your city or your zip code, the radius that you're looking at.
Absolutely. And then it's going to pop up. There's tens of thousands of jobs on our website. So when you start, there's filters too. You can put just our zip code in or even a title of what you're looking for. Always the veterans are going to pop up first. Like as a business, and I'm saying that kind of backwards, but as a business, if you're on our website, you can go in there and search for resumes and search for workers that aren't maybe coming into your establishment to apply. They might be on there with a resume. You can reach out to them as an employer on our website and find workers that way. So we have hiring events kind of regularly, and while the workers or those recruiters are waiting for interview, people to come in to interview, they're on our website searching for those resumes to reach out to those workers. So it's a really great website. It's got a lot of links. It's a great way to look for workers. It's the website that's in all of our state offices across the state.
Gotcha.
So,
and yeah, it's great looking at the upcoming events. That one already happened. Amazon Job Fair happened October 4th. No cost employment services workshops for veterans. That's today. It already
Nice.
just happened 9 to 10.
nice.
But you can see all of these different events create a winning resume.
Right.
That's tomorrow. And then job fairs, hiring events in the valley, all over the state.
It's all over the state. It's a statewide website. So
Mhm.
that event calendar is a statewide calendar.
Mhm.
But anytime we have an event, I send them a flyer, they get it posted for me. So it's on there, they put it on our Facebook page, it's like emailed to our unemployment recipients in our area. So all of they do help us blast out all of those events. So if we have businesses out there that are having events and they're on our website, it's a free service for us to advertise for you. We will make flyers for you, we put them up in the jobs office, we put them all over town. We have Miranda over here at the chamber and Angel, I think in Globe, which is the director there. They have, the newsletters and they have ways to advertise those events for our businesses.
And
The marquee is really cool
Oh, yeah.
out here.
And here's one example, October 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Payson Care Center
Right.
has a hiring event that's advertised on the
Thank you,
Arizona
Chris, for finding that. That's awesome.
Yep, and Payson Care Center, 216 East Arizona Highway 260, between Big 5 and Dollar Tree. So bring your resume.
Yep, that'll be at our
interview.
job center.
That's
right in
great.
the interview room over there.
Yeah.
So, yep, and while we're talking about it, we do have, since you're talking about events, and I know we don't have much time left, we are having a Globe, the second annual. We've only had one last year, and the jobs office in Globe helped arrange the whole thing. Since I'm doing business services now, I'm arranging the whole thing now. It is our second annual Globe High School College and Career Fair. It is at the Globe High School Gym on November 19th. It's going to be from 9 to 2 for students, and then we're going to open it up to the general public from 3:30 to 5:30. But we're really looking forward to a really good turnout. We are having another one in Miami because I think that's the second or third annual for them, and they're looking for one in December. Usually theirs is in the spring, and they heard us getting ready for one for Globe, so I think they want to do one too. So I don't have a date for that yet in December. And then of course we had a meeting on Friday to start planning for our college and career fair for Payson High. And we know that's always in March, or around end of March, April or so. So I'll have some dates for that. Maybe I can come back on, in a month or two and start talking about that one. But we're all excited. We have our Title I with the work experience, the one that handles the work experience and those OJT and all of that upskilling and everything. They have a nice booth they have virtual headsets with a ton of different vocations on there that people can look and see how to do stuff. I think I wrote that down, what they were. But they're going to come in with those headsets, and you can put those on and find those virtual scenarios of what's happening when you're maybe doing knee surgery, or if you're being a welder or driving a truck. So you can go onto those virtual headsets when you see us at a job fair and talk to our Title I. I'm gonna just did you have anything else to say before I keep talking, Chris? I know I kind of go a mile a minute. So we do have apprenticeship. I want to say that real quick. I know we have a few minutes. Apprenticeship is amazing for employers and those workers. The employers are set up with a customized apprenticeship program that's going to work for them and their needs. It has set training standards approved by the state and are available in almost any occupation, including IT, just for a few, cybersecurity, semiconductors, construction, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, maintenance, utilities, and more. And the state registration agency provides technical assistance to ensure the success of those registered apprenticeship programs. And we end up paying for the training. So however that registered apprentice gets set up, customized to your business, we are paying for the training. And you just have to have a journeyman to train that apprentice. And they come in hired just like a regular worker, but instead of having to pay for like a trade school, they're being trained on the spot and we're paying for the training.
Wow.
So they're earning while they learn. That's kind of an earn while you learn program. It's amazing for everybody, for the participants and for the businesses. So we have a separate registered apprenticeship department that we refer people to. So we really would love to set up some apprenticeships in our town. We tried it years ago. We had our apprenticeship lead that would come up and we would go visit businesses. I think we had George Henry was the only one that set one up.
Okay.
Chapman already had their own.
Okay.
They were kind of sending people down to Casa Grande or to a college down there. But you have like in-person studies and then you go into on the job and you go back and forth and it's amazing and you just have a scope of work depending on what the trade is or what the field is, how many hours you have to do. And it's usually like 2 to 4 years, I think, or at least 1 year. I don't have 100% information on that either.
Probably depending on the program,
The scope of work,
the industry, you know, where you're doing your apprenticeship. That's great. So many programs.
So many programs. And that's just one that we really talked about in the apprenticeship. We refer to that Title I, which has all those programs that we talked about. Title II is our adult education and our GED services. We have them over here right next to Noli's on 105 East Highway 260. They do have one in Globe. I don't have their address, I'm sorry. And then we have Title III, which is our employment services office, the jobs office, that help those workers coming in. We help all those veterans. That falls under that Title III as Veteran Services, providing that veteran toolkit. Our local veteran employment rep, of course, is part of our Title III. Title IV is our voc rehab, so they handle any individuals that are coming in with a barrier to employment due to a documented disability. So if you have a disability and you're having a hard time getting a job because of it, we want to connect you right away with our voc rehab counselors. And we have Judy Gregg in the Painston office, so you can come in and see Judy. We have a program through the state that's a senior community service employment program, which is called CSEP. That's our little acronym for that. And that's employment services for adults over 55, which we know most of us are in this town. So it's a really cool program. We also know that the college offers a lot of free classes for everything over for 55. So I wanted to throw that out there too. Anybody can get on our website, azdes.gov, www.azdes.gov, to find information and more details about all these programs we talked about that senior program, the CSEP, the federal bonding, the registered apprenticeship. All of our programs are on DES. Moving forward, I am just so ready to engage with every business out there. I'm on board with all of the chambers of commerce. We are doing events down at Tonto Basin Chamber because they're really a skeleton crew down there, just kind of building their chamber again. We're having fundraisers down there, so keep your eye out for those fundraisers. Also, Globe Miami Chamber needs more members, as well as, of course, Tonto Basin, and we could always use more members here at the chamber for RIM. Rim Country Chamber too. So, and also don't forget that our local workforce development board that I was talking about at the beginning of this needs 2 new members and can be business owners. We just need those leaders and those business owners that can oversee our job centers and give us some clear help, as a chair on our board. So anyway, you can email the board if you're interested in that at LWDB for Local Workforce Development Board staff@neazwork.org.
Okay. Wow. There's so much.
All right, there is a lot. So thanks for letting me cram that in a half an hour, Chris. I think we got it all in there. So.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing all that.
Did you have any questions? I know I kind of ran it all through so fast.
No, but if I did, I know where to go and the websites. And again, you can start at arizonaatwork.com and then also arizonajobconnection.gov. That is where you can just search, for a job. But again, the arizonaatwork.com just has so much information. Also contact information. There's emails, phone numbers. So if you're a business, you can get a hold of Lori.
Absolutely.
If you're an individual looking for a job, there's people that can help you and assist you with that. So it just depends what you're looking for, but all the information is right there online.
Absolutely.
So
and they can always start at the jobs office if they don't know where to go. just walk right in there and they can ask for anyone. I can give my number over, can I just leave my number?
And the address of the jobs office.
Absolutely, the jobs office is the 216 East Highway 260, so it falls right, next to Big 5 is our DES food stamp, like the Family
Yes.
Assistance Office, and just to the left of that is the Arizona at Work entrance. We
Okay.
have our own little entrance, we're all connected with DES too.
Mhm.
So we're between Dollar Tree and Big 5, we're closer to the Dollar Tree entrance, and if anybody needs to call me, we'd love to connect with all those businesses out there. I'm gonna walk into your business someday, so call me if you need us before that, and I'm at 928-506-2583. And thank you for having me today, Chris. I'm so glad to share all this amazing stuff we have going with Arizona at Work. And hopefully we can connect with these businesses out there in our communities. We're excited to do that.
Oh, yeah. And then, like you said, have you back on to share more about events.
Absolutely.
And just about these programs. I think it's good just to
I can bring our
continue.
apprenticeship maybe department and they
Yes.
can chat about that too, because it's a really cool program.
Sounds
All of
good.
these programs are amazing, so thank you for letting me share.
Yeah, and so many free resources for businesses in the community.
There's a lot of money for businesses out there with Arizona at Work, so
Yeah.
we got money for you, so call me.
All right. Well, thank you again,
Thank
Lori.
you, Chris.
Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you.
listening and watching this morning. Hope you have a wonderful day. Time to get back to the music here on KRIM with In Excess, U2, James Taylor, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from our National Weather Service.
With this morning's KRIM weather forecast.
Perfect. Thank you, awesome.
Yeah.
I know it's so much, I try, but I guess we had just enough time, huh?
No, and it's good. That's what we learned because my partner and I, he